Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy, and today I'm with the guild leader of the Celadon Tigers, Ashley. You may have seen her in my previous
Hello.
videos. And today we're going to talk about, is it worth it to join a guild in 2026? So, Ashley, what are the main benefits of joining a guild?
Main benefits are having people to play with, and then you get access to guild specific activities like raids, museum, and it just gives you a lot of opportunities to play with other people rather than playing alone, which is what I did for the majority of time that I've played this game. So it was a nice change.
Yeah, and on top of that, for raids specifically, you can get a lot of the best gear for PvP, and I think some of it for PvE as well from raids. What else do you get from raids?
Oh, the pet. You don't think about them that much because the drop rates are kind of bad, but the pets are pretty good.
Yes.
They're exclusive, so you can only get them in the actual raids, but they give three different blades, which is, I don't think there's really any other pet in game that gives three different blades.
And if you aren't familiar with what raids are, they're kind of like longer dungeons that you have to complete in a certain amount of time. And they're filled with puzzles, they're filled with mobs, bosses, obviously they have their own cheats. And on top of that, it's advanced combat, so if you've ever done a challenge dungeon or PvP, that's kind of how the rules are set up, so you only can use like the non-PvP banned spells that are in your deck.
I know there's kind of an idea around raids, like people are kind of intimidated by them because they are more advanced, but honestly, they're not that hard as I thought they would be, and it only gets easier when you're doing activities with the same people. It's not like regular team ups where you're probably doing stuff with a different group every time, so that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, I feel like with anything, the first time you do something, it's gonna be hard, but the more you do the raid, that specific raid, the easier it gets, because you just become familiar with how the raid works, the cheats, the puzzles, and how to coordinate with your team better. But in addition to raids and museum, I think there's another really cool benefit of guilds, which is the portal keys that you can craft. So basically, you can make portal keys out of 5 gold keys and some Azoth, and what that'll allow you to do is you'll get 1 hour or 2 hour access. Well, it's 5 keys for 1 hour, 10 gold keys for 2 hours. You'll get access to that boss's like lair for that period of time for like 1 hour or 2 hours. So instead of spending like 1 gold key to get one-time access, you can use 5 gold keys to get access for a whole hour. And on top of that, you can send in multiple teams at once. So it's just a really great way to get spell elements, or if you're going for the specific gear that the boss dropped as well. And what's also really nice is it drops a lot of Azoth. And if you aren't familiar, Azoth is like the currency of guilds. It's what you need to upgrade anything in the guild and craft guild related things as well.
And the thing with the portal keys is 5 keys for an hour, you're getting way more runs in just by yourself, but also like theoretically you could have as many people in there as you want. So really you end up making it back. Whereas if you do it just the regular dungeon, you're just throwing your keys into an abyss pretty much. The portal keys make it way more worth it.
Yeah, and on top of that, we usually like make the gold keys back. So those bosses also drop gold keys. So when you're doing them, a lot of the time we just make all the gold keys back that we spent on it. So it's almost like as long as you're sending in multiple teams, it's like an almost an infinite resource or infinite source of gold keys. So that's really nice as
It
well.
really is. Like you make the gold keys back and the Azoth, so it's really like you paid nothing, but you're getting tons of spellments and whatever drops else you want from the boss.
Oh wait, we didn't really talk about the benefits of museum. For museum,
Well, the benefits of museum really are you get to know people in your guild.
yeah, museum does not have that many benefits, sadly. Some of the objectives, a lot of the objectives do give you spell elements, but not all of them. And you do get access to exclusive decorating housing items. So if you're a decorator, museum
Oh
is
yeah,
a
if you're into
good choice.
decorating, you'd probably like it. But other than that, it's really just an aesthetic thing. Because you also get on the leaderboards for it. That's my primary motivation, but spellments, and then if you're a decorator, it might appeal to you.
So outside of those kind of events, it's also just nice for if you're trying to quest or farm a specific boss, or if you're trying to train pets. Like it's nice just having a community where you can just shoot a message in the Discord server and be like, hey, is anyone down to farm Sister Sanderson with me? Or does anyone have this kind of pet? And can you hatch with me? Like, it's just nice having access to just like a large pool of pets, having access to people that are down to farm with you, so you don't have to go into team up with the randos, who a lot of the time they don't know what they're doing. Also for questing, it's nice to have questing buddies too. It makes it faster and more enjoyable to quest through the game.
Yeah, if you find the right guild for you, there will be people that want to help you.
And on top of that, if you're trying to do like Beast Moon, some guilds do Beast Moon. Our guild does Beast Moon at least once a month. And
We're very casual about it. We're not pro Beast Mooners by any means, but it's a fun activity to do as a group. And while you don't necessarily need to be in a guild to play Beast Moon, again, it does provide you with kind of more stability and consistency.
the last thing I want to touch on for a benefit of the guild, if you're into decorating, you get to decorate a shared guild house. But it's just nice to decorate a communal space that everyone will be able to play in and participate in. As you can see right now, we're in our guild conservatory. This is actually guild leader office, Ashley's office. I mean, I wish I had before and after pictures, but it looks super.
Yeah, like if you have ever seen an empty guild island just in general, it's a lot. It's very bare, but it has a lot of space to decorate, so you can make it look pretty cool.
Yeah, if you're interested in seeing what a guild house looks like, I'll link below in the description my video I made with our decorating ambassador, Neela, who decorates our guild house along with Ashley. In that video, we go through the whole guild house and what it looks like. So if you're interested in more on the decorating side of being in a guild, then you can check that video out. So I think the first thing to watch out for when joining a guild is whether or not like the primary guild activities aligns with activities you want to do. So a lot of guilds are like raid focused, or some guilds are Beast Moon focused, some guilds are PvP focused, some just do museum, some do gold keys, and obviously a lot of them just do a mix of one of those things. So
Which is kind of where we're at. We do a mix of everything, so guilds like that might be a good fit for some people who just want to try any and everything out. But it's up to you ultimately to decide what activity you're most interested in and find a guild that kind of aligns with that, because you're going to get the most out of a guild that you want to do stuff with.
yeah, exactly. If you're trying to get into raids, like a Beast Moon guild that just does Beast Moon probably isn't for you. And another type of guild to avoid are dead guilds. So there are a lot of guilds in this game that just like, people move on with life and the guild leader moves on, and so they become inactive. I would just be wary of joining guilds that are like very inactive, because then you're just in a guild with a bunch of offline players, and like, what's the point?
Yeah, you'll find that a lot in the kiosk, unfortunately. There's a lot of dead guilds in there where the leader might play the game, but they don't really do guild things or interact with each other. So that's one thing to think about, because, we do have that 2-week cooldown where if you're just trying to feel out a guild, it's kind of unfortunate, but you'll have to wait 2 weeks to try and find another one.
Yeah.
But there is the Wizard101 Discord that has a lot of guilds in it, and they kind of give you a description of what they're about and what they're interested in. So that might be a better avenue if you're looking for a guild, because you can kind of see what activities guilds do and decide for yourself if you think it'll be a good fit.
Yeah, and I think another thing to keep in mind too is what times guilds run activities. So there are a lot of like guilds that cater more towards European times, or players in European time zones, or guilds that cater to players in North American time zones. Or I guess when you're looking for a guild, I would choose one that holds events like raids and museum or Beast Moon or whatever during times that you can actually attend, because there's not much point of joining a guild that runs events that during times you can't do. A very important thing to avoid also are guilds that have toxic players. I mean, we have had experience with this in our guild in the past, like very early on when we started our guild.
It's also very rarely, your overall guild members kind of shape the vibe. So you just kind of got to get a feel for what the vibe of your guild is. Again, that's something you'll just have to experience after you join one, but that's also an important thing, because you want to do the activities in your guild, but you also want to have fun and get along with the people that you're playing with, obviously. So that is another thing to kind of look out for. If you want like a laid back guild or a more serious one, you want to make sure that your play style kind of aligns with the majority of people in there, because otherwise you won't have a good time either.
Oh yeah. You made a really good point, because there are a lot of like sweaty guilds out there. There are a lot of casual guilds out there. I would say our guild is pretty casual.
We're like kind of somewhere in between,
Yeah.
more towards the casual side, because we're definitely not hounding people to do certain things, but at the same time, like, we're still trying to keep it alive and do stuff every week. But again, we understand everyone has lives outside of this game, so we're not super duper serious about it.
Yeah, I think we have serious and like maybe sweaty players as well. Like I consider myself more of a sweaty player, but I don't expect other people in the guild to be sweaty. If that makes sense. Like, I'm okay being a tryhard, but I don't expect other people to be a tryhard.
You're a sweaty individual, but you don't put that onto others.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, our overall vibe is like somewhere in between. It's a good balance.
Yeah, so for those that are curious, our guild, we hold 5 different kind of guild activities. We do raids, museum, gold key bosses, and team PvP weekly. And we do Beast Moon bi-weekly or like once a month. Those are the main activities that we do, and kind of the players that we're looking for are just people that want to play the game, have a good time, and participate in at least one event a month.
Yeah, that's another thing about us, is we don't require you to do every or most events. Like, we're cool if you are just into one thing. Again, that might be a good fit for people who are into one thing and not another. We're fine when people are just into one activity. Like, we have people who don't raid, but they'll do museum or gold key bosses. We have people who just raid. And as long as you participate in an activity, or you're lively in the Discord, like, we're cool with it.
Yeah, so if you're interested in joining our guild is recruiting. We're open to new members. I'll put my Discord down in the description. If you guys are on that Wizard101 Discord, the official Wizard101 Discord, you can go to the guilds tab and look up the Celadon Tigers, and you can message us in there on one of our recruiting posts, and we'll get back to you. To clarify, we are a PC only guild. Sadly, we do not have anyone on console. Maybe one day, but we're not there yet.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe if they one day make it cross-platform, but...
Yeah, they definitely should make it cross-platform. I hope so. So, Ashley, is it worth it to join a guild in 2026?
I think it is. I was kind of unsure about it. I don't know. I when I made the guild, I didn't think it would go very far, just because the majority of my experience was dead guild, so I didn't think that it would go anywhere like it did. But I'm honestly glad that I made the guild and it's gotten to where it is, because it's been the most fun that I've had playing this game, and it gives us like a shared goal, and like, you feel better knowing like you did it with all of your friends and teammates.
Yeah, same here. I love the community of it. Because it's a multiplayer game at the end of the day, and I didn't really have I had like a few IRL friends that played growing up, and I had 2 of my siblings played with me, but I think having a guild kind of gives you a shared sense of community, and it's fun doing raids with like 8 having to coordinate between 8, sometimes even 12 people. Same thing goes for museum, and it's just nice having other people to play with, whether it's any of the events, like I said, PvP, Beast Moon.
And again, that's why it's important to find a guild that's good for you, so you do get that enjoyment out of it. Because I know some people are afraid to join guilds because of reasons like toxicity, things like that. But not all guilds are like that. I know some are, but again, you just have to find one that fits you.
Yes, exactly. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.